It's party time!
Viva Pinata, filled with fun.
Filled with fun!
Don't enjoy them. Viva Pinata, filled with fun.
Filled with fun!
Viva Pinata, don't enjoy them.
Carl and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhbl.com for sure, and it's They Made What Into a TV Series, episode 22 of Viva Pinata Season 1. We're right at the end sight of Season 1 here. And of course, two segments as always. We've got segment 1, Mouse Flap, and segment 2, Snow Place Like Home. Both airing October 20th, 2007. Segment 1, Mouse Flap. The gang are all going to the bar for very happy hour, but arrive too early. Apparently it's still unhappy hour. And inside are a couple of sad pinatas and the paranoid Monty Marshmallow. I get a kick out of the silliness of things like this.
Yeah.
Very happy hour, unhappy hour.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of that nonsense.
Yeah, it's stupid, yeah.
Yeah. Thinking the others are talking about him, he freaks out and wants a fight. The clock chimes though, and it's now time for very happy hour. So the patrons of unhappy hour are told to clear out. Monty refuses, still wanting a fight, but the others come in and Franklin, not paying attention, sits on the mouse mallow. Monty is furious and swears revenge on Franklin, and we cut to a montage of him training to fight with totally not Rocky music, but definitely designed to be Rocky music.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometime after, Monty feels prepared and goes to find Franklin on the beach. However, Franklin doesn't even really notice him, knocking him away several times with a surfboard accident as he thinks he hears things. It's like that. What? You hear something, dude? Bang! You know? In a rare moment of consistency, though. A rare moment suggesting that some of these episodes might actually carry on. Franklin goes to catch some waves with the bunny comb from a previous episode.
Yeah.
Suggesting that they're either friends or a couple now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she was in, yeah.
Yeah, so
that was the episode where he was suffering from the
Harryitis.
the pinata-itis thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So oh,
Yeah, so it's first time it's actually dropped a hint that they might actually all be connected.
well,
Or some might be connected.
yes, some. I think we've
Yeah.
had one or two in earlier episodes, but this is one of the bigger ones where I really went, ah.
Yeah.
So it potentially is moving forward.
Yeah.
Cool. Monty recovers and confronts Franklin to suggest they talk it out. Monty has no interest in pace, though, and attacks, easily being held off by Franklin, who just thinks he's cute. He's very small.
Yeah.
That angers Monty even more, so he picks up one of Franklin's flip-flops and throws it. It misses, hits a buzzle-comb hive, who, angered, attack him just as he and Monty are shaking hands. This results in Franklin sending Monty soaring across the island. So they're shaking hands, the boys attack Franklin, and he goes, "Woof," and boom. Once again, he swears revenge on Franklin. Later, Franklin talks to Polly and Fergie, insisting that it will sort the issue out with Monty, and he swears that it will be so nice that Monty will have to forgive him. Franklin approaches Monty, who is doing weights, offering him to cool him off. However, he waves a leaf so hard he sends the pinata flying. After, he takes Monty to a shop, buying him some cheese for him, but ends up dropping a big wheel of cheese on him. So it's these kind of silly hijinks stuff. Hurt and bandaged up, Monty is in his home, and Franklin is promising to take care of him. Much to the pinata's frustration, who's still demanding a fight. Paulie and Fergie arrive and try to convince Franklin to let it go, as there's no reasoning with Monty. I did like that, though. They're like, look, you've done your best.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason, and leave him be, you know? Fergie's then attacked by Monty, and to save him, Franklin has no choice but to fight. As they prepare, Monty ends up collapsing, and it turns out Franklin stepped on his oxygen tube. Realising Monty is going to be even madder, when he wakes up, Paulie comes up with an idea. He tells Franklin to take a nap on the floor, which Franklin is happy to do, and then he calls Pecky. When Monty comes around, they all pretend that Monty beat the hell out of Franklin, which is enough for Monty apparently to let the grudge go. He thinks he beat him up. We then see him drinking with the others, boasting about what he did to Franklin and showing the innkeep that he does have a sense of humour at the end, because he simply gets angry and is like, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, this is crap.
Yeah.
This is crap. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't like the character of Monty. I think he's a rip-off. I'm trying to remember. A rip-off of like an old Bugs Bunny. Let me at him. Let him at me at him. Who is that? Who always wants to fight? Is really... Oh, Scrappy-Doo. Hanna-Barbera. Scrappy-Doo. That's what I thought he was a rip-off. Not Yeah.
I was thinking Mighty Mouse. I don't know why for a second there.
No, Mighty Mouse is a hero, isn't he?
Yeah.
Scrappy-Doo, who's always like,
Yeah,
let me out, I'm laying him out, and really small and really angry all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
That's what I got from this character. But you know what I'm getting sick of?
So,
Franklin.
he
He seems like he's in every episode at the moment.
Every episode, and it's the same thing over and over again. You know, he's dumb, he's... Yeah,
oblivious,
Yeah.
isn't really like paying much attention. I couldn't understand, right? Why did they need Franklin to have a nap? Why didn't they just tell Franklin the plan? Because clearly he must have woken up and they told him,
Yep.
so then they could pretend with him. Do you see what I mean?
could have been the most easier way, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's just not very interesting.
Nope.
And, you know, as a character, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Segment 2, Snow Place Like Home. I'm not going to promise you this is any better, guys.
No.
While watching a makeover show on TV, Paulie and Fergie see an advert from the Bond Boom selling retirement homes in a place called Amazing Acres. They love it, especially the idea of retiring and not having to worry about going to parties. Calling a number, they're bombarded with leaflets about Amazing Acres. That is always a funny thing they do in this, where immediately if you make a request or a call, you'll often just get the leaflet or information or package straight away.
That was fast.
Yes. Sometime after they go see the Bomboon and are pressured into signing his dodgy contract that he keeps adding bits to. Why is Paulie should know better? He's normally smarter than this.
He's a smart one, man.
Yeah. After they go and tell their friends, Franklin asks the question of how they can retire from something they'd never actually worked. It's like, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Fergie and Paulie are very excited and dismiss the concerns of Hudson. As they approach Amazing Acres, they excitedly look out the window and discover that they've been had, as Amazing Acres is actually in the Arctic tundra. As they complain loudly, they're dumped out of the plane with their suitcases, just dropped out of it. They land in the snow, followed by their, let's be honest, shitty house, with meeting their annoying neighbours, a ton of lemmings. Basically, they're surrounded by these lemmings. Sometimes afterwards, they're both freezing and hungry and end up fighting over the dead houseplant as it might be edible. They have this whole hunger thing where they see it looking like food, each other's food as well.
Yep.
The lemmings return, causing the house to buckle and snow to flood in. It's now that Paulie notices a part of the contract that removes all liability to the Bonboon of what they're currently going through, and Fergie starts to freak out. I'm shocked that the Bonboon ripped you off.
Okay.
Back with the rest of the gang, they have received a postcard from Paulie and Fergie, which I laughed my head off at. This is funny. It reads like a, hey, yeah, we're having a great this, whatever, wish you were here, and then it just changes to them screaming for help, which is read out exactly like it. I laughed at that.
It was funny, yeah.
They realise they're in the Arctic and they need to rescue them, commandeering a sled pulled by Les. As they make their way across the tundra, they run into Parker, basically the winter version of Franklin. He's a hey dude, but snow surfs, skis. After some dude talk, they carry on, but Les is exhausted. Annoyed with the lemmings on the roof, Paulie tries to quiet them down with a broom, but ends up causing the roof to collapse, the lemmings to flood in, and end up carrying the pair of them on their travel. So the lemmings like to run off a cliff, then come back and keep doing that on and off.
Yep.
They end up rushing past their rescuers and attempt to pursue as the lemmings are going to now jump off the cliff with Paulie and Fergie amongst them, which I guess would be bad for Paulie and Fergie.
I presume so that they'll burst open and heal.
I don't know. Les ends up racing ahead though, getting in the front and stopping the lemmings from going over the edge. Because of course, that can't actually happen.
Nope.
Paulie and Fergie are saved, and Les is able to use the lemmings to pull the sled to get them all home. And that's it. Aside from one funny thing involving the postcard, and some scenes between Fergie and Paulie, because as we said before, I really do like the voice acting of the characters. This is just, it's forgettable. It's very forgettable.
It's probably going to show you go from having one good episode, then you have about 10 bad ones, then you have 2 good ones, and then there'll be 10 bad ones.
Because it's just random, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, neither of these segments are particularly neither of these segments are memorable. Each has like a moment or two that I thought was funny or clever, but I won't remember the overall thing.
No, and for like a 8-minute episode or 5-minute episode, you need a bit more.
Well, each segment is about 11 minutes long.
You take away the 5-minute intro.
Yeah, well, the intro is about a minute long. Then you always have a little break in between. Yeah, so there's about 10 minutes of each episode. So 10-minute segment, we said before, is not much to this at all. And segments like this feel like a waste of time.
You need at least 4 or 5 minutes to keep you interested, though.
Yeah, well, Donkey Kong did a better job of that.
Yeah.
We still can't believe we're saying that now, considering how bored we were of Donkey Kong by the end. But there you go. That is episode 22 of Viva Pinata Season 1. Mouse Flap and Snow Place Like Home. You got any thoughts on it? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.